Hello students, today we are going to learn poem 3 of class 9 CBSE syllabus, The Solitary Reaper. The Solitary Reaper is written by William Wordsworth. Let us know something about our poet. William Wordsworth was born on 7 April 1770 in England. He was died on 23 April 1850 again in the England. Some of the major contribution of our poet is An Evening Walk, descriptive sketches, lyrical ballads, Tintern Abbey. This is one of the most famous poem of William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth was an English romantic poet, and this poem is an example of this only. His frame of writing is nature, children, the poor, common people, and he used ordinary words to express his feelings. Let us understand the meaning of the title, The Solitary Reaper. Solitary means alone, and reaper is someone who cuts and binds the crop. That means the poet is talking about someone who is working in the farm, and what he or she is doing is that he or she is cutting and binding the crops, working all alone in the field. Let us start with the stanza. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself, stop here or gently pass. Now, the meaning of behold is to lay eyes on. That means the poet is saying focus, watch her, look at her, observe her. Whom? The girl who is working single. This single represents being the aloneness of the girl. So, the girl is working alone in the field. Yon solitary highland lass. Lass is a girl. Solitary means alone, and yon means at a distance but within sight. So the poet is saying that a girl is working all alone in the field. She is at some distance, but she is within the sight of the poet. Reaping is singing word by herself. She is reaping, she is cutting and binding the crops all alone by herself only, and she is singing for not for anybody else but for herself only. Stop here or gently pass. Now the poets want to say is that do not disturb her. If you don't want to hear her, just pass away without making any noise, or stop here to hear the beautiful voice of the girl. Now let us move on to the next stanza. Alone she cuts and binds the grain and sings a melancholy strain. Oh listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with the sound. Now the poet is saying that she is cutting the crop all alone, and she is also binding the grain. She sings a melancholy strain. Melancholy strain means a sad song. So he's saying that she is singing a very sad song. Oh listen, now he's making a noise. He's saying ki you too listen, because vale profound is a deep valley, because he's saying that the deep valley is overflowing with the sound of her. Overflowing means her voice is echoing there. So he said that her voice is echoing in the valley also, so do not disturb her, listen to her. Next stanza is, no nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands of travels in some shady haunt among Arabian sands. Now he is giving reference of the nightingale. He is saying that not even the nightingale had ever sung such a beautiful song in such a rhythm, in such lyrical way. More welcome notes to the wearing bands. Wearing means tired, bands means the groups. So he is talking about the Arabian sand. He is saying in the Arabian sand, the travelers, the weary groups of travelers, the tired groups of travelers, they feel soothed, they feel pleasant when they hear the voice of the nightingale. So here, today, he wants to say is that today the girl has competed with the nightingale and she is the winner today. Let us move on to the next stanza. A voice so thrilling never was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. Now, he is comparing the girl with that of the cuckoo bird. The cuckoo bird who used to sing in the springtime, she is being famous for her voice, cuckoo bird. So now he is saying that farther Hebrides means the group of islands. So he is saying the group of islands, the remote group of islands where the people do not reach, where there is always a silence. Today the girl is breaking the silence of that place also. I hope this stanza is clear. Moving on to the next stanza. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old unhappy far off things and battles long ago. Now see, the poet is not able to understand what she is singing. He is just attracting towards the voice of that girl, but he does not understand the words she is talking about. So now he is guessing, he is imagining what could have happened to that girl. What he can conclude from the song is that this song is the sad music, and the reason could be the old unhappy far off things, yani something that has happened in the past, maybe the battles which happened in the Scotland years ago. Or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today, some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again. Now the poet is again imagining, he is saying that maybe it is just an ordinary song, this ordinary song belonging to the familiar day-to-day activity. Or maybe it is some natural pain, maybe she is suffering from some pain, or maybe she has suffered from pain, or maybe she is doubtful, she is concerned about that pain which could occur in the future. Next answer is, whatever the theme the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending. I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. Maiden is an unmarried girl. So the poet is saying he is not able to understand the song, he is not able to understand the words. What he can conclude is that she is singing some sad song. But he can analyze that her song has no end. She is not stopped by anything. He saw her singing at her work, and what he saw that the girl was bending, she was using her sickle, she was cutting the crops, and she was singing continuously without any stop. She was not being disturbed by anybody, and she was continuously singing and singing and singing. I listened motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. Now the poet has left that place. He has left that place, he is climbing up the hills. What he is feeling is that her song, the charm voice, the pleasant, the sweetest voice he heard from that girl is still in his heart. When he is climbing the hill, when he has left that place, when the voice is not there, but he is still feeling that sweet voice.